not sponsored. Gear Review Turbo. So, I got a Nikon to Sony adapter recently from my friends over at Commlite. One issue. Well, there's a couple issues, but let's focus on narrative storytelling for right now. One issue. I don't have a Nikon lens, so I borrowed one from my friend Christian. Easy solution. Anyway, I unboxed the darn adapter and I was greeted with an interesting surprise. The unit was... how do I say this? Let's cut to what happened. I'm at my desk doing some editing and this adapter was sent to me to check out. It's gonna be for a Nikon to Sony connection. It's like Nikon lens on a Sony body. I was just unboxing this just because I get distracted and I like being distracted, and I just needed to take my phone out to film this because what the hell is this? Is it wet? What the fuck? Oh my god, it's covered in grease. It's like sticky. What the fuck? What is this? Is this nut? What is this? So I did what anyone would do. I went to the Amazon comment section, and turns out I'm not the only one who's experienced this phenomenon. So I reached out to my contact at Commlite, and he said this.
Because of our reasons, you have misunderstood our adapter. This is our own design. You can see the picture on the details page. Every NF-NEX lens adapter in our store is like this. Please feel free to use it. It is clean. Some customers has also misunderstood our adapters before.
Right.
So anyway, long story short, I cleaned the bitch and I slapped it on my old A7S. Anywho, I mean, the adapter looks good. Yes, indeed, it does adapt Nikon lenses onto my Sony camera. There's not a whole lot to say in that department. What I didn't realize though, and this is completely my fault because I didn't read the Amazon store page, is that this adapter is full manual. So it has a clicked aperture on the collar. With regards to the aperture, the fact that it's clicked means that it's not super ideal for video work. You can't get smooth aperture adjustments at all. It's stepped. Clicked, you know? It's clicked. But I also feel like the ring is just in kind of a weird spot. It almost becomes difficult to adjust if you're shooting with the camera handheld. And since this is a full manual adapter, that also means no autofocus. In fact, Sony gives the lens connection error message when you try to even change the focus mode. And considering there's no electronic connection, I'm pretty sure vibration reduction doesn't work either. I had it on the lens that I was playing around with, but it didn't really seem to be turning on or off. And in my experience, it seems like focus peaking and zebra both still work the way they're intended to. The adapter also has a tripod foot, which is detachable. It's handy, but it's not a surprise. It's nothing really to write home about, as most adapters have these little feeties now. If you're good with manual focusing and aperture adjustment, this is a cool, cheap adapter, provided that you're cool with, you know, cleaning off that grease if yours comes greasy. If autofocus is a must for you, this is a hard pass. For me, this is not something I really need since I'm not really a Nikon user. I will admit that this is a cheap alternative, but between the clicked aperture and the lack of autofocus, even if I was a Nikon user, this likely would be a pass for me. It doesn't necessarily suit my particular needs, but if you're a Nikon user, a clicked aperture doesn't bother you, and you're about that manual focus life, the adapter works, it's sturdy, and that's really all I have to say. 6.0 and Wilson Miles out of 10 would have been a 7 if it didn't come greasy. Anyway guys, thank you so much for checking it out. We are so close to 3,000 subscribers. Holy crap. Then I'll be able to make Marvel jokes and say I love you 3,000, but I'm not doing that until I hit 3,000. So anyway guys, thank you so much. Hit like, hit subscribe, Discord, MySpace, share this video. I forgot what else to say. Bye. Anyway, I unboxed the darn thing. So I cleaned the bitch and I slapped it on my Sony A7S. So anyway, anywho, it looks good. I mean, for me, it's not something, this is a cheap alternative, but even if I was, if you're cool with manual focusing and aperture adjustment, this is a cool, cheap adapter. If you're good with manual...
Like and subscribe to Sweet Lou Photography. The man.